Hi everyone. I want to start off with the weird shit that happened yesterday. And if you watched the video, full force energy symptoms, then you'll know what I'm talking about. It will be the video below this one if you're on my channel. Let's get started with the things that happened last night and the things that happened this morning. So I woke up this morning able to walk again. If you weren't aware, I don't know if you were, if I made any videos on it, but I had a cast on because I did Achilles tendon surgery. And then I got the cast off, but I couldn't walk on my foot. I couldn't put any weight on it or anything. And then just this morning, after that weird energy shift throughout my body or something, I was able to walk again, sort of, but I have to do it slowly. Still got this, that's baking soda, dried up baking soda, don't worry. I'm still icing it. But yeah, a few other really weird things happened last night though, and after I made that video. One, I continuously kept having that energy flow feeling through my body, and not like chakras, your chakras. No, I was literally having from my toes to my forehead, my third eye to my crown chakra, which is pretty much just the top of your head. I felt. Ever had that tingly feeling when you get goosebumps and you're all tingly, like your body's all tingly? And picture that 3 times as strong, surging through your body for an hour, and then it stops for an hour, and then at night it starts up again. It's overwhelming, to say the least. My grandma couldn't find the pizza that I said, hey, let's get a pizza. Let's all eat pizza together. My grandma couldn't find it, so she went to the deli and got an already made pizza. She brought it into my room, and I said, Grandma, help me. I was like twitching, freaking out like a drug addict or something. So I pretty much, she left I told her directly, I need to be alone. I need to be alone. So she left, instead of just giving me like 2 slices, she left the whole fucking pizza right there. And so I had 4 pieces. I had 4 pieces of pizza, which I usually have 2. I don't. And then I had 2 bags of popcorn. I had 2 gallons of water. I was peeing a lot. And what was the other thing I had? I had 8 Girl Scout cookies. 8. 8. That's a lot. And I didn't stop. Like, I didn't take a break. The only time I took a break was to drink water. Yesterday was weird beyond belief. It's never happened to me all at once. Those are almost all of the energy shift symptoms happening to me all at one time. You feel like you're going to pop or explode. I'm still not showing my face because I'm still doing biokinesis. I got a religious nut on one of my videos this morning telling me that I just don't believe that you can change your DNA with biokinesis. I can explain why and how it does, but it might take too long. And I have a video that explains it, and you disagree with it, so there's no point. Anyways, last night I began, out of nowhere, overthinking, thinking. Could not stop thinking. What if this? What's this? Hey, what's this? I need to know about this. So I was Googling everything. Like everything. It didn't stop. And then eventually I looked at my clock and it was 7. When I first laid in bed it was 2 p.m. 2 p.m. And then when I looked at my phone it was 7 and it was still light outside. And I'm like, what the fuck? It was still bright, shiny outside. Bright. How does that make sense? How the fuck does that make sense? So my, I guess, perception of time was off. I don't know. I could feel surges throughout my body. That was probably the worst part, feeling those surges. And it honestly is still happening today, but little tiny amounts if I move my hands and body too much, too fast. This whole time, I have not had to use my brace once. I only kind of used it as a weight to do leg exercises. It's kind of funny. I noticed in a walking video this morning that I don't really... My body doesn't age. My muscles can get a little bigger, but my body doesn't seem to age. Which is cool, but at the same time, when your mindset grows and you expand outward and you learn more things and you're intelligent, you want to fit in with the people that are your age. So it's complicated. I think the biggest thing this morning was that I was able to move my foot again without pain. Last night I found out what a star really looks like and how we've been lied to our whole lives about another thing. And I love it when there's science behind something, yet when you show your family members, friends, or just random people, they're like, that's not possible. That's not possible. I was trained my entire life in school by my parents that this is the only way of thinking. That's another thing about my conscious mind. I'm accepting everything. I'm accepting every possibility. Not just one, every possibility I'm accepting. I wasn't like that before. And that happened gradually over time, but last night it was like I needed to know everything. I needed to look up every point of view from every angle. And flu-like symptoms out of nowhere. Flu-like symptoms. That is an energy shift symptom. Flu-like symptoms. I had it this morning. I have stuffy nose. Yesterday I was overheating, which is an energy shift symptom. I was getting about 5 energy shift symptoms all at once. Not very fun. No. I woke up this morning feeling all discombobulated. Is that a real word? I felt all... and I got 10 hours of sleep. 10 hours of sleep. I got 10. Wow. Went to bed at 11, woke up at 9. That's just a mind fuck of wow. What else can I say besides yesterday at night I was using biokinesis like fucking crazy. I don't know, like, every time I use it, I don't try to use it. When I try to use it, I can't use it, which is pretty funny. It's almost like I can store energy in my body, but I can't release it. And if it does release, it's like a discharge of everything I've been holding up. Last night when I touched my phone screen, you know how if you have an iPhone or an iTouch, when you hold down an app, they all wiggle, and then you can delete the apps you want to delete? So I touched my phone like with this. I just grabbed it, the screen turned on, and all the apps began shaking, and 2 of them deleted themselves automatically, and I'm like, fuck. So, that's not the only biokinesis thing that happened last night. It seems to not be good to touch your phone when you are changing. Here's the weirdest thing that my phone did. I made sure to grab it like this, because when I touched it like this, all that weird shit happened. So I grabbed it like this, which was a really bad thing to do. And it completely just turned off. I didn't touch it. I just put my hands over it. I was going to grab it. It turned off. And I'm like, oh, did it run out of power? So I turned it back on, and no, it didn't run out of power. My fingers literally turned my phone off. And I'm like, okay then. I was more confused than excited. I never really get excited when weird shit happens, like telepathy or telekinesis. And my dad watches my YouTube videos. I know he does, but he does it behind the scenes. Have you ever had that person who watches your YouTube or Facebook or Tumblr videos, and then when you see them in real life, they like kind of make fun of it? It's like, oh, I thought you didn't watch my videos. How do you know they don't work if you've never experienced it, if you've never tried it? How do you know? You don't. You're making assumptions. Yeah. Your subconscious mind controls what you do. When you tell yourself, have you ever felt that thing, that no thing, where when you think of an idea that's so outrageous, you can actually feel in your head doubt. Like you feel like, no, that wouldn't work, or no, I'm not going to do that, never mind. Have you ever felt that? That's your conscious mind. And when you let your conscious mind take over, like my dad does, you're going to say no to anything that scares you. That's how you can tell if people are scared of trying new things. They'll say no to everything. They're afraid of everything. They're not willing to try anything new. But when you're like me, you're spiritually enlightened. When I hear that, I just think I'm enlightened as in I'm open-minded and I'm open to any possibilities. I don't think of God or Jesus or any of that shit. The reason faith works, it isn't some magical man in the sky that's telling us, oh, believe in me and come to church and everything will be wonderful in your life. No, you are the one doing it. We are all connected neurologically. All of us give off an electric charge from our brains that travel across the world. Any thought we have, any idea we have you ever had an idea but you didn't do it, and then someone else saw you see it on the TV or the news that it was created? That's because you thought of it, but you didn't do anything, so it was created by someone else. Someone else got the idea from you. All human beings' brains are connected like social media. Any idea you have will travel to anyone else in the world. We are all connected. And I know that sounds all spiritual hippie shit, but literally, we are all, our brains, all of us are connected. So when you say that faith, when God is getting you things, when God is helping you, no. You are helping you. You are the one that is helping you. When you make a thought, I have to cut my nails. When you have a thought, and that thought comes to life, then you do it, or else someone else will pick it up. Anyone who says that faith is stupid or dumb or pointless, you need to learn more. You don't have to be religious to use faith. Faith is just you saying that you can do something, and then you put it into action. Faith is believing in yourself. And that's why Christianity takes over that. They tell you got to go to church and drink wine and eat crackers and read a book, which no one does, by the way. They just do it for happiness. We all do things for happiness. So when you say that you can do something, you can do it. When you say you can't, that's bullshit, then you're never going to get anywhere in life.